guys, good morning this morning. Well, afternoon. Sorry, yes, I don't like keeping saying come at this other time. This afternoon, I'll be discussing how can we keep our farms? How do we protect our farms from invaders? How do we protect our farms from marauders? How do we protect our farm from X-Men and so many other challenges that we battle on the farm? You see, the truth is, most of us on the farm, especially me that I'm online, each time I want to write, I say, if I write, I will discourage people from farming. If I talk about the security issues, I will discourage people from farming, or I will, but honestly, if we don't talk about it, we're just going to allow other people to waste their money or to just get involved. And there's a lot of challenges on the farms. I'm going to be handy. Security is a very, very big issue. And for quite some time I've been wanting to talk about it, but each time I thought somebody say, you are scaring people, you should, even on my timeline, my page, somebody will say don't talk about it. But I look at it, if I don't talk about it, this is what is happening, this is what we are battling, this is what we are facing. Yes, the media is not covering it, nobody is following us up with it, but honestly there's insecurity challenges on the farm. I'm going to state some of these challenges. I'm going to give examples how they're happening and the way they're happening, and I'm going to see if I can provide some possible solutions to it. Yeah, some things I think can work. I've been discussing with people. I've been discussing with a lot of people. I've been interacting, but honestly, there's challenge on there's insecurity challenge in the Southwest. Let's forget about all the media, whatever, or anything you are hearing. There's challenges on the farm. Farmers are scared to go to farm. You see, okay, on my farm, about 2 years ago, the boys I got from Burkina Faso, they were like, the farm is about 4 kilometers to the house, and instead of them going and coming from the house, why don't I just find something on the farm? So I look for money. Let's assume I borrow loan. I look for money and I put a building on my farm. And actually, it has a lot of advantage. The advantage is that these boys sleep there, they live there, and they wake up 6 o'clock, 5:30, they've started working. They work around 10, 11 when the sun is coming out. They rest a bit, they will cook, they'll go back to farm again. It's kind of, it makes it very productive that you can stay on the farm and you are working. It's make it very productive. If my network is not fine, you can join me on Farm Villa. So it happens that you now find out that the boys, I was happy, but the insecurity start coming that towards that 2 years ago, there was some X-men that came around to some farmers' farm, not my own farm, but a close farm. And they macheted those farmers. Yes, what they do is at night when farmer has gone home, at night X-men will come around at night, and they will put their cattle into cassava farms. Or sometimes if the cassava, if there's maize farm, cattle can easily eat maize farm. But cassava, the tubers are under, so they will come with cutlass. They always move with this axe. They move with, so they will now get those things. They will enter the farm and start digging. They start digging, uprooting cassava for the animals. Yes, farmers' cassava. They'll start uprooting for the animals. So I think some farmers now felt, they want to go and look at, and they do it midnight. So the farmers were waiting. They will stay till around 7 o'clock, 7:30. They will not come. So one day the farmers decided to sleep on the farm. They call each other. They decided to stay late. They stay late on the farm. And when they stay late on the farm, they came. One will first come and peep, then he will make signal to the others, and everybody just come, and they came with plenty cattle. Since they know that the farmers know, not that they really know them, that whatever, since they know whatever, so they macheted one. They even thought one was dead. They broke their motorcycle and everything. You see, all this news, nobody shared it. We are scared to share it because you feel, you scare people from coming to the farm, but why not tell people what is happening on the farm? So now, because of that incident, I have to ask my boys to stop sleeping on the farm because I was scared. The farms where they attack is not even it's a trackable distance to my farm. It's the same route. You pass my farm before you get to that farm. So I stopped them sleeping on the farm. This year, when they came back, since then that incident died. This year when they resumed, they started sleeping on the farm again, and at some point Every time I pick my phone, you will see they've killed so farmer in this area. If I pick this phone, they've macheted this farmer in this area. I got scared. I asked them not to stay on the farm again. So right now, they trek 5 kilometers to the farm every day. They trek to go, they trek to come. I give them a bike before. The motorcycle is bad, and you know the way it is. I got bicycle, as in bicycle for them. The bicycle is always giving us problem. I was just telling somebody I would look for if I can get in Lagos. The bicycle is always giving us challenges, and so because of that, we couldn't because of that we couldn't really. The boys are trekking. Now, why am I bringing up this? See, virtually every farmer is scared to go to the farm because of the fear of herdsmen. They are moving with their sword. They move with sword. That's long something in their bag. They move with the sword, and anywhere they go to, if you resist them from eating your farm or from destroying your farm, they kill you. And what they do is, if they come at night, coming at night is not because they are scared of you, it's because they feel, okay, maybe let me just, So, of recent, just last week, I showed how they mash my beans farm. I've planted beans, 3 acres of beans for food, and they went there at night, and they mash everything, as in they stepped on it, and a lot of it are still really bad. So they stepped on the beans. Now, why I'm saying this is that it's not only this. You just get to your farm one day, you imagine you have millions, you have money, you have your farm workers and everything, and you just invest on the farm, and you get to farm one day, everything is cleared. Or you borrowed money from the bank or anywhere, and you come and start farm. That's why we keep shouting, don't borrow money to come and start farm. Don't get loans. Don't get, because if you do that, one day the herdsmen will come and clear it, and there will be nothing. Now, what are the issues? If you go to the police to report, they will tell you to go and catch them and bring them. Imagine me to go and catch cattle herders, Fulani, to go and bring them to police station. But some farmers, they struggle. They'll go in batch, they go and monitor them and catch cattle. They can't catch Fulani. They can't, but sometimes they run after the cows, and they catch some of the cows, and they now take the cows to the police station. But you know what? There's nothing that will come out of it, because at the end of the day, when you catch cow, the owner of the cow will come, and then police they will say they go and check it and see the damage. Then police will come back again and say the farmer should negotiate with the herders. Then the herders will say, I will give you 5,000 naira. Farmer will say, no, I want 200,000. Police will say, you better collect it. What if you didn't see anybody to catch? Better collect it. That is what farmers are facing on the farm. So it is not an encouraging thing. That's why you find it funny. Youth in the farm that were born on the farm, they don't even farm. They want to go to the city because the rural side is not conducive. It is not. Imagine. You farm 5 acres of maize. You borrow money to plow. You do the tractor. You do the spraying. You do the weeding. You do the planting. You do everything. Is a lot of work. Going to farm every day, watching it, paying people to do a lot of work for you. And then one day you just go there and there's nothing. Everything has been cleared by herdsmen, and you won't know who did it, and nobody will catch anybody, and nothing will happen. It has been happening since ages. And even when you struggle and you're able to catch them, when you struggle and you're able to catch them, you find out that they will tell you, they will say they are not the only one, or maybe they just passed today, it's just more they had today, and police will support them. And because police support them, the farmer has lost. Now, why I'm coming this morning, I just want you to understand what we are facing on the farm. So that don't go and borrow money and say I'm coming to start a farm if you don't have your security. Now, how do we secure our farm? I've been shouting, I've been screaming, we are not planting, we are not doing anything. I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote something. I wrote there are some plants like Lakpa and some other trees that I wrote about them then. But you know something? I realized later people were sharing that post about the plants, something you can plant around your farm. But I realized later my experience changed. If you plant those things to surround your farm, the herdsman, the one that is moving with the cattle, will come and cut them. He will cut it. and destroyed it and create way for the cattle to pass. It will cut and cut. So it is not cattle if they get there and they see the brick, they will go back. But the people following them will destroy that place, will cut it and feed the cattle. And as it is in Nigeria now, have you ever seen any Fulani or herdsmen that was prosecuted? No. But you see them prosecuting farmers every day. You see them prosecuting, they will say farmers. If, it's as worse in the farm that if you put poison on your farm and cattle ate it on the farm and the cattle died, they will hold the farmer. Meanwhile, it is my farm. Oh, it is my farm. I put pesticide on leaves or anything, and cattle came and the cattle ate it. Police will hold me responsible because cattle died on my farm. The cattle that left the road, the cattle that walked to destroy my farm. That is what they do with rural farmers. And because nobody to talk, nobody to see anything, they go scot away. Our policemen have turned it to a money-making venture. When you hold Fulani or you go there, police are Esme and what do they call their whatever? Meserikin Fulani are 5 and 6. That's what they do for farmers on the farm. They are 5 and 6. And most cases, because farmers are not in group, farmers are not cooperating. If anything happened to one Fulani man, the whole Fulani, whether they know him, whether they don't know him, in the whole of that community, they will stand up. Even not only in that community, in the bush around, every one of them will stand up. But if anything happens to a farmer, he's the only one responsible for his problem. He is the only one responsible for his problem. But so now I'm coming live here while I'm sharing this, so that you know what you are getting into. So if you want to start a farm, it is time for farmers to unite. I'm going to start from there. The first security for your farm is you have to unite together. It is when we unite together that we can say, okay, let's seek for a lawyer. Because there's something. Each time they go to the police makes farmer believe that the Fulani are well connected at the top. So if you push more than this, they will block you. You will be at fault again. That is the mentality they create for rural farmers. And so, which is somehow true, because the police, they are eating there for as long, even if the police for as long as they are eating there, they are feeding there, they don't say the truth. So now, but the only thing farmers can do is farmers come together. We don't have to be in the same area. Every farmer in Nigeria or wherever you are that feels, okay, they are terrorizing me, they are terrorizing my farm, should come together, join a group, and look for a lawyer and look for a representative and start contributing and be ready for court case. So that when next it happens to one farmer in Warri or Delta or South or a rural farmer, and he screamed and said, hey, people, see me, I'm a member of your group, we can call somebody and say, our member is being terrorized. That is the way they do. Do you see the way Fulani Miyeti keep screaming online? Have we ever seen farmer groups screaming like that, saying they are destroying our farms? No, nobody is speaking for us. Nobody is representing us. Honestly, I don't know why nobody is representing farmers. So they keep terrorizing and destroying our farms, our life savings. Meanwhile, if anything happened to one single S-man, you will hear it on NTA, TVC, UTT, whatever, wherever it is. But you can never see anybody speaking out for farmers. You can never see it. So wherever you are, because we believe it's not, nothing can happen now. It's none of my affair. It's time we come together. If any Fulani with no name, from any country, from anywhere, they trek in here, and anywhere they are, if anything happens to them, Tiala will start screaming. But you see, farmer, if in my community, if anything happens to me, I'm on my own. It's only me that will do it. The other farmer will fold their hands. No. So the educated farmers, why don't we come together in your community? Pull the farmers. Let's pull them together. If anything happens, let's get a lawyer. We get somebody. We get people in our midst. We have lawyer. We have representative. We have everything. What is the problem? Honestly, it's demoralizing. We keep quiet and we allow everybody to trample on our livelihood. Yes, I'm a farmer and I'm a proud one, but I don't like the way farmers are being handled. We face every challenges that it is. No government is coming. We already know that. We've already established that no government is coming. So why don't we just take I don't have any other job. I'm not working for any government. I'm not getting salary anywhere or anything. There are plenty, thousands of people. 70%, 80% of Nigerians are farmers. I read the news yesterday, Sarah Reporters, and I was saddened. Farmers now contribute money. In the north, farmers contribute money and they buy canoe. They contribute 16 million or 19 million, whatever millions of naira, and they buy canoe to go and give terrorists so that they will allow them to go to their farm. And government will not do anything. But let us hold one Fulani and do something. You will see the way they will lock you up within a tinkle of an eye. So why don't we come together as a body and revolt against this? Let's take chances. We can't wait. No government is coming. Miyetti Allah are headers. They're always fighting for their members. Even people, they don't even have members. The people that are fighting are the ones that are getting money from the government. Every other person, as long as you are owning one cattle, as long as you are Fulani, you are their member automatically. That's what they are doing. So why don't we do that for farmers? Instead, we will stay here and be fighting about tribe, about religion, about stupid things that doesn't add anything to our livelihood. Okay, like I said this morning, I want to discuss. Don't mind me. It's frustrating. Like I said this morning, I'm going to be discussing. I just gave 1 point. Just 1 point. As in, we need to come together and start fighting generally for farmers together. A lot of people will not go to farm again because they are destroying livelihood. I won't even encourage people to come and invest on the farm right now because I know I cannot guarantee the security of that farm. I cannot. Last year, I planted 300, my team planted 300 seedlings of coconut. 8 men have uprooted everything. 300 seedlings of coconut I planted. They have uprooted everything, every single thing. I can take you to where I planted. I've not been able to write it because I don't want to discourage people. For how long do we have to keep quiet for all this? 300 seedlings of coconut in the next 3 years, I know what I should be expecting. But they uprooted everything. No single coconut there again. I can maybe I'll go take pictures, take videos, go and see it. But I couldn't talk because I can't even report to anybody. So it means even if I'm planting another one again, it's not safe. See the beans I planted, they trespass. Nobody holds anybody responsible. How long do we want to continue with these issues? How long? Election is. Whoever, I don't care about whoever is coming to the government, but I care about my own livelihood. I care about the other farmers that are struggling, that are suffering. Okay, breathing. Okay, so one of these things we can do, number one, like coordination, having a lot of, and you know the funny thing, when people are looking for a job, when they have money and they have anything, they are going to start farming investment. But because we don't speak out, we don't tell them that there's security challenge, that your money will go to waste. They don't know what they are supposed to prepare for until when they get to the farm before they realize, oh, this is what they are facing. And that is why a lot of people are running away a year, 2 years after farming, because they could not survive, they could not cope, because herdsmen will destroy their farm and they will not get compensation for it. Nothing. Okay, I've ruled out the police. The police are not going to help us. Last week or something, I was singing. The last week I was discussing with some other people. Somebody suggested electric wire fence. Yeah, electric wire fence. How many farmers can afford that? I went online. I started researching on it. I did a lot of research. I was searching, and the conclusion is still farmers cannot afford it. Farmers cannot. And then the other one is CCTV camera. The first thing about CCTV camera is if you put CCTV camera, number one, most farmers cannot afford it. The last time I was searching for CCTV camera, they were giving me a bill of 130,000, 115,000. Of course, I know if I even struggle, maybe I will be able to afford it. But okay, if herdsmen come to my farm and they trample on my farm and they move into another direction, how do I trace them? How do I know? Because it's only when they were on the farm I can really pick them. Yes, maybe CCTV camera, if I'm around, I can quickly rush there to go and catch them. Imagine running after them to catch them. So, but if I can't catch them or anything, it means we have to, that is gone again. And so my CCTV camera will have been useless. And if you say ban open grazing, they refused. They refused. But I think this is now a community work. This is now a community work. It is a community that should take up all this. Community, the youth and everything. It's been challenging. We can't go to farm. We can't produce anything again. And then they keep saying food prices is increasing. Government is not helping us. They are not giving job. They are not doing anything. But yet you have a farm, they destroyed it.
And you cannot hold them responsible because they are the government. You see, it's a lot of challenges. So this is what it's, we're not sharing this. You won't know what is happening on the farm. Please, if you watch this, eventually share it. Let other people see it. I don't care. I don't care. It's get to that stage. Like I told you now, my boys just have to trek 5 kilometers every day to the farm, 5 kilometers to come back, whereas we have a house on the farm, but we cannot sleep there. We cannot sleep there because they may come and destroy things. They might come and kill them at night. They might come and do anything at night. So how long do we do this? How long? How do you keep saying youths are lazy, youths are lazy? How do you encourage you to go to a farm that somebody will eventually come and destroy the farm or even kill him? It's painful, but it's something that needs to be shared. A lot of, if it happens to rural farmer, nobody is sharing, nobody is talking. But you see Mieti Yala shouting and screaming all the time, every time. So let's start screaming too. And let's form a group. Let's come together. Let's have police. Let's have, we have security among us. We have lawyers. We have these things. It's when we lift up our hands together. Some people will help us. If we continue like this, and the election, as I'm seeing the elections coming, I'm categorically telling you I'm not voting. And I will tell you why. Because none of them will stop X-Men. None of them. None can stop them. None. I've never seen anyone, I've not heard anyone that uses it to preach and say, okay, I will stop open grazing, we would invest in agriculture. Nobody's even talking about agriculture. Nobody's even talking about all the situations we are facing. Don't worry, by next year, dollar will be 1,000 per naira. We'll have it here. But they have enough funds to steal. They've stolen enough to spend. Okay, like I said, community police, they refused. They said no. There must not be community police. When they were inaugurating Amotekun, I was so happy they would help us. But you know what? They stopped them. Amotekun, the federal government stopped Amotekun from working with farmers. So I'm saying it categorically, say it everywhere. So when you people are talking, people in the other side, if you hear Amotekun is not allowed to interfere in farmers and in farmers' issue. Amotekun is not allowed. I'm saying it right here. Let everybody, the governors in Southwest, they don't allow, Amotekun must not interfere in cattle. They must not interfere in Fulani, in S-men. They can't because our governors are looking to, okay, you know, this is the problem because our governors are self-centered. They are selfish. They are self-centered. How? One, they are self-centered in the sense that because they are governors today, tomorrow they want to aspire for president, and they will need the vote of the North to be president. So because they don't want to lose that vote, they don't want to go against the North, and that's why they wouldn't mind killing everybody right here for them. They wouldn't mind. Amotekun is not allowed. When Amotekun started in my place, they were helping us. I'm telling you the truth. When cattle were moving back, but they reported, and the police started locking up Amotekun. If Amotekun arrest cattle on farmers' farm, police will lock up Amotekun. Yes, police in Nigeria, police in the Southwest, they will lock up Amotekun in detention because Amotekun arrested cattle that is destroying farmers' farm. So they have to give order from above. And so, as I'm speaking with you, even if farmers, if a cattle is killing you or a cattle is destroying your farm, Amotekun are not allowed to lift a finger in Yoruba land. Honestly. You see, when you don't know what is happening in land, because most of us don't want to talk, we just keep quiet because we are scared of our safety. But for how long do we want to, the safety we are trying to protect, we are not protected. We are not. We are not protected. After all, it still get to us. Imagine my farm now, nobody can sleep on the farm. That's why that I have a house on the farm. You can't sleep there. It's wasting. So it means the same thing. What are we, you know? If you put your crops down, by the time you come back, you don't meet it again the next day. I have 2-3 rooms on my farm. Nobody can sleep there for fear of S-men. Yes, that's the truth. The same thing with every farmer. Nobody can stay outside the community because of fears of S-men. And assuming they allow them, we are pushing them back. As in, assuming they allow the Amotekun to help us to push them back, they will move back. But they refuse. The federal government and the state governors, they refuse. They stop Amotekun from doing anything. Who is Fulani when Amotekun is here? Because they are traditional ones. But they stopped them. So you just hear the truth from me. That's why Amotekun, that's why we're still having challenges of herdsmen. They stopped the government, the federal and the state. They stopped Amotekun from stopping the from stopping Fulani from doing whatever. So Fulani are the landlord. So it's whatever they do. You stay on your farm, they walk right down to you there. They want to drink water, they'll take it by force. They want anything on your farm, they take it by force. And nobody should help you. The force, the government people, they are not helping anybody. So as I'm speaking with you, no youth in my community go to farm. No, it's only few youth that go to farm in my community, because there's no point. You have a farm and then Fulani destroy it. Just last you saw the way that beans is still not safe. The one there is not safe because it's not fruiting. By the time it's fruit now, obviously it means they will go there and eat it up. And who do I call again? Nothing. Maybe I'll come online and start begging, please now dash me 1 naira. And everybody will be wondering, what has she been doing? This is why farmers are penniless. This is one of the reasons they are penniless. There's poverty in the rural side because people have land but they cannot go to their land. They have farmland, they cannot go there. When Seyi Makinde was coming, what he promised us in Oyo State is that they even said there was a law banning open grazing. But because of the second term or the possibility of being president of the stupid Nigeria, they did not do that again. So we are still battling. Okay, the community in the north where they bought cattle, where they bought canoe and contribute. No, northern community farmers have been contributing money for S-men. Yes, the S-men are the same terrorists. So they've been contributing money for them so that they will allow them to go to farm. Because if they do not go to farm, they won't have anything to eat. And I wrote yesterday, Southwesterners, South. I'm concerned this time around. I'm taking my side. Southwesterners, I hope you are not going to watch us till when we start paying. When we start paying money to bandits before we can farm. I hope you are not going to fold your hands and watch till that time. And I know it's gradually coming here. Just 2 weeks ago, yes, about a month ago, they learned some bandits came into some of the forest around here. They have to pick the whatever, and I don't know how they handle it. But I'm telling you, they are already everywhere. They are everywhere taking spaces. And so maybe eventually by the time they come out fully, we will start paying. We'll start paying before they allow us to farm. But for people that can run away to other countries, they'll find their level. And then Nigeria will be like Afghanistan. Yes. Or even worse than Afghanistan, because I think Afghanistan people are not killing their people. They just said they must cover head and do this. But in our own case, they kill you, collect your money, and still stay on your land. And yet everybody is keeping quiet, and everybody. I don't care about politics. I honestly, I don't care. All I care about just being able to live comfortably and stay comfortably within the rural side or the community where we choose to be. And the city people feel is not yet, it can never come to me. Don't worry. Until when you hold your money and you don't have food to buy. Already it's happening already gradually. You hold money, but the food are not there. But we still have in the market. Don't worry. It's getting to that stage. Because nobody will farm again. So, like I said, challenges. There's a lot of challenges on the farm. And we've shouted, stop open grazing, ban open grazing, but nobody is taking it up. Nobody is doing that. So it's obviously there's nothing we can do about it. And every solution we keep finding, keep effacing us because there's nothing we can do. Imagine, ban open grazing, stop open grazing. They refused because of their selfish-centeredness. The police supports the S-men. S-men settle police. Apart from the settlement, they believe they are the one that is in power. So you cannot do anything to them. So if they come to your farm and they destroy your farm, that's the end of that your farm. That is the end of that your farm. And even to be candid, I keep wondering, the north where they are really terrorized, where it is major terrorists, they are not speaking. I understand it's because it's their man that is in power. But what of we in the south where 80% of the people here are rural farmers, so they don't even have access to internet. They can't even see anything on internet. But what of educated farmers? Do you want to tell me you've not been attacked by herdsmen on your farm before? But we are silent. We keep quiet because we don't want them to see us as the bad egg. We don't want to be the bad egg. We don't want them to spot you out, to start pointing to you, or you don't want them to come and kill you. But whether you talk or you do not talk, they will still find you one day to get to you. Just write it down. So like I said, police is no issue. Police is not helping us. Wire fence, electric wire fence. I've been researching it for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and it has to be imported from abroad, of course. And you know what that means. The cost one, the price, the importing and whatever. But honestly, if I have a farmers network or a farmers group, I wouldn't mind importing this. But how many lengths of farms do you want to cover up? It means you have to minimize the kind of farm you have. Like the electric fence is used for animals. Used to in the irony outside the country, this thing is used to keep their animal within a confined place. But in Nigeria, we want to use this to keep animals from destroying our crops. You know the funny thing? It's not actually the animals that destroy our crop. It's the herdsmen, the people taking them around that destroy our crop. Do you know it's where they direct them to go that they go to? For instance, the cassava farm. When they get to cassava farm, they cannot hit the cassava. Once cassava, if it's small, they will eat it. They will eat the leaves and destroy it. But if it is tall, they cannot. But you know what the herders do? Like I said, they will uproot the cassava itself and use it to feed animals. They will start uprooting, then the cattle will be feeding on it. They will be uprooting on somebody's farm. That is what herdsmen are doing. That's what Fulani are doing to us in Southwest. That is how they were doing. And if you catch them, like I said, go to the police. Police na money. Police are even my DPO, my present DPO, and the Serikin Fulani are 5 and 6. The last DPO, the community wrote a petition against him. They transfer him. This one is even worst. The present one, yes, worst. But nobody could talk. Nobody could talk. Nobody could say anything for fear of being, whatever. So this is what we face on the farm. Like, I don't plant corn because I know if I plant corn, cattle will come and eat it. Other farmers that plant corn, when they plant, they will go there early in the morning, 5 o'clock. And they will, they have to be parading the farms and everything. And still they will come midnight. They will come midnight and they will still destroy the corn. And the moment they cut it off, that's the end. It's not fruit again. Or even their hoofs. If they stepped on anywhere their hoofs. I remember the day they came into my farm and stepped on my drip tapes. Those drip tapes were condemned because the hoofs will punch the drip tapes. I was on they stepped on the drip and it was fully condemned. So how do you still invest in that kind of country? How do you invest in that kind of system? Okay, you go to borrow money, you get money, and at the end of the day, herdsmen come and destroy it, or herdsmen come and finish your farm. How do you sort it? Honestly, it's a very difficult situation. And you know why I'm sharing it? I'm still on the farm, I'm still farming, but I need to let you know so that some of you, when I saw everybody sharing how Mrs. Ronaldo is making 5 billion from the farm, that is a big lie. But I don't want to corroborate, I don't even want to go into that direction, right? I'm not interested in that because I know her, I've met her, and I know the way the system goes, but the papers, and now everyone will want to start to run to farm again. Don't worry, herdsmen are waiting for you. You come and meet us. You come and meet us now. We did there, your landlord. You come and meet us. And they will start telling you she's making 5 billion. You've come to make your own 10 billion. So you see, it's the challenge presently. Like I said, there's a challenge of herdsmen. There's a challenge of security. And it's gradually becoming a fear. Like I told you, I don't allow my boys to sleep on the farm again because of that fear. I don't, because I can't sleep at night. If anything happened to them or whatever. So I have to move them to the house. It's affecting the way we work on the farm. Like I told you, it takes time before they do this. But it takes a lot of time. It's not encouraging. I have a riverside. I excavated a dam. There was a dam there that we were supposed to use and everything. Right now, I'm scared. Okay, will I go and do, the land is about 20-30 acres. Will I go and do just 2 acres? I want to go and open a new land. And I know herdsmen will come there and destroy it if I'm not there. The one that is close, 4 kilometers to the house, is the one I'm scared for people not to sleep there. What about the one that is inside? So these are the challenges. Like, the only way to sort this is when farmers, you are in group, and possibly maybe you open a very large place and everybody now contribute for security. And then that is the only way. You already know you pay your security. But individually, how much do you want to start paying for security? And how many security, that kind of thing. So that is the only way if farmers should work together. I'm not saying come to me, I'm not even creating anything in that issue, but farmers, if you can find a way to, that's how you can secure your farm. Even if you have a CCTV camera, it's not working in Nigeria. It will work, but it can only cover your farm. And if you can run to meet the S-men at that period, and you know police don't work at night. Did you hear that? Police in Nigeria don't work at night. Even if you are killing yourself at night, police don't work at night. Once it's 7 o'clock or so, it's night. Police don't work at night. So Nigeria is a crime scene. Honestly, you know, it's funny sometimes. So if there's any issue or anything that is happening anywhere, whatever, if it's night, forget police. Police, it's not their mandate. Their mandate is collecting money in the afternoon. So this is the issues that we are battling, and this is the issues that we are finding ourselves. Honestly, it's not funny, but I felt I need to share it with people, because all the time we keep all these things, we don't share, people don't know what is happening, and they start so that's why I always laugh when somebody says, I want to start, come and invest, I'm running 100 acres or I'm running 300 acres. I just smile, because I know you come back, we are here waiting for you. So like I said, I've tried every means I think we can use for security. Police is no. CTV can catch thieves, but not herdsmen, because they don't stay. Once they destroy your farm, they are moving, except if it is the one in your community that destroy your farm. We have some Fulani living in our community. If it's those ones that destroy your farm and your CCTV camera pick them, then you can trace them to where they are staying. But for the ones that are roaming around, and those are the most destructive, there's no way you can catch them. And the only way we can catch them is if every farmer is using CCTV. Then we can catch them. And then it's not even a matter of catching them. If you catch them, who will persecute them? As in, who will punish them? Who? Buhari? Or the police? You know, it's not funny. I'm hungry, but I still who will punish them? So it's a no. But the other thing is, I think the other one that will be most effective is the electric wire. If you can put electric wire, of course, if you put electric wire, they will fight you. I'm being sincere with you. They will fight you in the sense that when they come the first time, except if it's an electric wire that is not transparent, so that when they come, it shocks them. You know something? Once the cow touch the wire, it shocks them, they will run away. And once one of them is running, others will start following. If all the time, most of them are having that experiences in most farms, I think they will leave us alone. Honestly, as I'm talking now, it's coming to my mind. What if I find out to import plenty of it and see, look for donor or look for farmers? Let's see how we can use that in my community, and let's see how to scare them away. Honestly, that is what I think is the only way that can scare X-Men away. As in, I was reading, there's electric, they say wire line or whatever, and if someone can get the one that is not transparent, that is, how do I say, that can stay on the ground and they will not see it. So immediately their hoofs touch it like this, it will shock them. So they will go away in different directions. So if they move from my farm, they enter another one, it shocks them there. They enter another one, don't mind me, I'm always dreaming of things. So if they move like that from one place to another, and if they keep coming and it's affecting and they're not seeing anybody, I think that's the only solution for now, since they refuse to ban open grazing, honestly. And so guys, don't mind my laughing this one. I just felt I should share this with you. And if you share with other people, don't come to farm if you don't have security. Don't even attempt it. Don't. Like I told you, I planted 300 seeds last year and everything has been uprooted. Everything, not even a single one. Coconut seedling, not even a single one. I'm planning to plant another one again, but you know, and that's why it's like the security become a issue. It becomes a real challenge for me. So sorry guys, I'll be going. My battery is already telling me low battery, so maybe some other time I'll be coming with another topic, but I need to share this with people. That's why I have got to share it. Battery saver is on. Yes, I'm already going. So guys, and you know we don't always have electricity except generator, and I don't want to put channel. So I hope you've learned something from my raving, my ranting, my whatever. So please warn every other person, tell every other person that there are security challenges and it's gradually getting to us. Yes, it's gradually getting to us right here. Okay, so thank you for watching and thank you for joining me. Yeah, even if you ask me questions, I don't know the answer because I've just briefly explained. I don't know the answers because I don't know the answers because